Hello everyone, and welcome to my GH Soap Opera Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Spoilers for General Hospital. Willow wants Jacinda removed from children and targets her with tragic results. According to General Hospital spoilers, Jacinda Bracken might be the victim of Willow Kane's vengeful intentions. When will Willow make up her mind that she wants this mother figure taken from Wiley and Amelia Corinthos? No one should be surprised if Willow continues along her path of irrational conduct. She has truly gone off the rails. In fact, Willow could grow even worse since she continues getting away with her misdeeds. GH viewers are aware that Willow shot Drew Kane twice. Nevertheless, she was released from prison in Port Charles after being found not guilty. When Willow unexpectedly used the syringe to trigger Drew's stroke, she made full use of that freedom. Willow gives the impression that she is a worried wife worried about her sick husband since she has been acting carefully. The truth is that Willow got even by leaving Drew disabled. Now that Drew's out of the way, who will Willow target next? One candidate may be Jacinda, as she's becoming closer to Michael Corinthos and will eventually start playing a greater part in the kids' lives. Jacinda appears to be a friend to Wiley, who likes being with her. Michael brightens every time Wiley and Jacinda connect, so he's liking how well they get along. In the aftermath of the alibi scandal, Willow may have expected Michael and Jacinda's relationship to come to an end. However, Michael isn't ready to let Jacinda go, and she's certainly not complaining about that. Jacinda has built a deep relationship with Michael that she didn't see coming. It's evident that Jacinda's friendship with Michael is incredibly precious to her, therefore this might lead to frightening news. The closer Jacinda gets to Michael, the closer she'll get to Wiley and Amelia. Willow may find herself hearing wedding bells and thinking that Jacinda may become Michael's next wife if this keeps up. Although Willow no longer seems to have any form of romantic love for Michael, it doesn't imply she wants to be replaced. If Michael marries someone else, that lady will become Amelia and Wiley's stepmom. You can guarantee that Willow doesn't want Jacinda to take on that role. After being absent from her children for so long, Willow undoubtedly wants to be the only mother figure in Wiley and Amelia's life. Jacinda may become an issue that Willow has to get out of the way, so will she target her with disastrous results? Will Willow genuinely try to wipe Jacinda off the map? General Hospital spoilers claim Willow has some additional shocking moves planned, so stay tuned for updates on all the mayhem. General Hospital spoilers. Lulu and Nathan land in bed just before Maxie's out-of-coma call? General Hospital teasers predict that Lulu Spencer and Nathan West might be in bed together shortly before a phone call comes in regarding Maxie Jones getting out of her coma. The snowstorm turned into the perfect storm for Nathan and Lulu, who locked lips while stuck at the cafe. Between their developing affections and the booze decreasing their inhibitions a bit, it was simple for Lulu and Nathan to yield to kiss. Of course, it'll be much difficult to fight what's occurring between them. Now that Nathan and Lulu have gotten a small taste of each other, fighting temptation is going to be exceedingly tough. You can guarantee Lulu will have Nathan stuck in her brain continually from here on out. Nathan will hard to get Lulu off his mind as well, so what are they going to do? Soap enthusiasts know how a situation like this generally goes. Once a kiss serves as a turning point, it's generally just a matter of time until some bedroom activity follows. Lulu and Nathan may wind up making matters worse with an even more heated meeting in the following weeks. The timing of all this might be fascinating considering GH viewers know more than the characters do at this time. Nathan and Lulu have no way of knowing when comatose Maxie could wake up, but it's been established that Kirsten Storm's homecoming airdate is swiftly approaching. Maxie will be back on screen again starting February 12th, but Nathan and Lulu might potentially cross a lot steamier boundary together first. Will Lulu and Nathan allow their desires take control? Will Nathan and Lulu wind up in bed right before a phone call that'll change everything? Once Maxie opens her eyes at the facility in Boston, her loved ones will be contacted back in Port Charles. The news will make it to Nathan eventually, but what if it happens when he's under the blankets with Lulu? Lulu and Nathan could be beneath the covers pondering on what they've done when his phone calls. Nathan may answer it and get thrown for a loop when he finds out Maxie is awake. From there, Nathan might divulge the stunner to Lulu as they both grasp the weight of their actions. It might leave Lulu and Nathan scrambling to cover their treachery, but secrets have a way of leaking in PC. Bottom line, a kiss doesn't seem like enough to produce actual love triangle conflict. The show needs to go all the way with Nathan and Lulu if they really want to boost the ante in this plot. Once Lulu and Nathan perhaps take a roll in the hay, then Maxie can come back into the picture and mix things up. General Hospital spoilers claim Nathan, Lulu and Maxie are going to face some hardships, so stay tuned for developments. General Hospital spoilers next 2 weeks: Michael and Willow's battle, Jason spills to Sunny, Maxie's coma awakening. General Hospital spoilers for the upcoming 2 weeks, February 2nd to February 13th, suggest that Michael Corinthos and Willow Kane have another struggle ahead as Jason Morgan spills to Sunny Corinthos and Maxie Jones gets up for a coma awakening. During the week of February 2nd to 6th, Willow will attempt some dirty methods, so she may threaten to keep Scout Quartermain away from Danny Morgan and turn Danny in for his restraining order violation. Willow will intend to do whatever it takes to see her kids again, so she'll play hardball with Alexis Davis and then Michael. Jason will find himself feeling torn as he won't appreciate Willow causing troubles for Danny, but he won't want Michael getting forced into a position either. On another note, Jason may offer Sunny information on what Britt Westbourne told him about Jen Sidwell killing Henry Hank Dalton right in front of her. Sunny and Jason will have a strategy session as Britt deals with more director Ross Cullum drama. Since Britt's on the edge of a frightening discovery, may this tie in with Anna Devane's captive stint? As for Jocelyn Jacks, she'll embark on a fishing adventure following her evening with Matthew aka Cullum. Jocelyn will want more Cullum news and perhaps more data on that P.K. Sinclair novel she discovered too. While Nathan West confides in Nina Reeves about his emotions for Lulu Spencer, Lulu will be busy opening up to Laura about her own feelings for Nathan. Next, Curtis Ashford will seek Alexis' aid on something as Harrison Chase blows his top. Michael may press Chase's buttons again and trigger another dramatic showdown. As for Jacinda Bracken, GH teasers suggest she'll have a catch-up session with Christina Corinthos Davis. Once Drew Kane gets freed from the hospital, he'll get adjusted at home under Twisted Willow's care. Willow may admit to shooting Drew and even perhaps threaten to kill him off if he ever bounces back from this. The week of February 9th to 13th will offer a long-awaited comeback since Maxie will be back on screen again starting February 12th. Since Maxie's likely to come out of her coma soon, that'll complicate matters between Lulu and Nathan even more. In the interim, Molly Lansing Davis may seek counsel on how to reconcile things with Cody Bell. Cody was outraged at how the character based on him was represented in the novel, but maybe Molly could find a way to establish her genuine opinion of him. This sounds like the perfect circumstance for Christina to become involved in, especially because she may feel somewhat responsible. Christina was turning her sister against Cody when Molly penned the most negative elements of Cody in her essay. Finally, Charlotte Cassadine will have to determine how she'll approach matters with Nina Reeves the backstabber. Will Charlotte confront Nina over her discussion with Jack Brennan or stay quiet and secretly plot her revenge? General Hospital spoilers predict the next 2 weeks will feature some schemers and significant fights, so stay tuned. Trina's snub of Taggart on General Hospital is par for the course. Who else is a nasty, disloyal child? Trina is really furious with her mother on General Hospital these days. But why should it cause her to refer to Taggart as the man I used to call my father? What did Taggart do to her? Then, GH characters are kind of famous for picking up and dumping parents at the drop of a hat. Here are some of the worst offenders. Key takeaways: Laura's friendship with Leslie and Rick. Michael's bond with AJ and Sunny. Charlotte's many parents. Classic edition: Laura was switched at birth and for the first 12 years of her life, grew up thinking her name was Laura Vining and her parents were Jason and Barbara Vining. But then she found her original mother, Leslie, and elected to live with her, converting to calling her mom without any effort. Leslie was married to Rick, therefore he became Laura's dad. She even named herself Laura Weber. Then time passed, and Rick returned to the canvas. Only now, instead of being the stepfather Laura cherished, he was the nasty guy who was cheating on Leslie when Laura walked in on him and killed the other lady, forcing Rick and Scotty to get rid of the body and induce Laura's amnesia. Oh, and Laura was no longer calling Rick dad. Because why would she ever have considered a nasty man like that her dad? Back and forth. Carly was the one who urged Michael to think of Sunny as his father instead of AJ. But then Michael became upset at Sunny and bonded with his Quartermain family. However, Michael realized he loved Sunny again and went back to calling him dad, while keeping the Quartermains hanging. After all, why reject away all their nice money? Michael is a man with strong convictions. For a cross, and then there's Charlotte. She was made by Helena from Lulu's and Stavros sperm. The embryo was put in Claudette, who informed a preteen Charlotte that Nathan was her father. Then Claudette faked her death and disappeared. And Charlotte learnt that Valentine was her father. She loves him like mad now. And then Charlotte learnt that Lulu was her mother. She loathed her like mad. She gradually got over it. Endgame. That still remains Trina, who is now all about Curtis being her dad, ignoring Taggart, who reared and loved her for much of her childhood. Maybe it's something in the Port Charles water. GH spoilers. Chris McKenna responds to Jack's alleged manipulation of Carly. General Hospital spoilers and updates indicate Chris McKenna replied to fan criticism by saying that Jack's genuine grief wouldn't be there if the relationship was purely a strategy. Jocelyn Jacks witnessed Jack tell WSB director Ross Cullum that he was just seeing Carly Spencer to obtain information on Sonny Corinthos. The twist should have been a clean one, but went flat. The twist should have been a clean one, but it went flat since the scenario lingered in the viewers' minds. Jack selected Carly even though it made his life tougher, telling her he loves her, and now the audience was meant to assume it was all an act. This mismatch spurred Chris McKenna to resort to social media, where he elected to join in the discourse. Fans were angry after Jocelyn heard Jack admit he was seeing Carly to acquire data on Sonny. McKenna turned to social media to dispel the impression that Jack's affections for Carly were false. McKenna said Jack's private emotional reactions demonstrate sincerity. He maintained that Jack's private emotional moments demonstrate sincerity, not simply playing. He added that the editing decisions concealed Jack's genuine objectives compared to how they were throughout filming. McKenna left the topic of Jack's affections for Joss open, while emphasizing that his love for Carly is real. On X, previously known as Twitter, McKenna remarked, "If Jack was pretending to have feelings for Carly, why would he be fake crying and heartbroken all year with no one around? There would be no stakes with these storylines. Sorry everyone, I know some people want Jack to be pretending, but the show has made it absolutely clear he isn't." The fans kept arguing with him. One person in particular, the fans engaged with him, leading the actor to respond, "Arguing with someone who has read the next 25 scripts is a bold kind of arrogance." A fan inquired if he anticipated the backlash from the scene, and McKenna answered, "When I saw how they edited it, I knew it would happen. It was evident that Jack was putting on an act when we videotaped it, but with the camera far away, it wasn't as clear." Someone more expressed it more plainly, stating, "Jack got in over his head and fell in love," while another noted, "He's skilled at separating his personal life from his work." McKenna entered the talks not to fix concerns, but to bring stability. He didn't attempt to make Jack look great. Lucas reels, Willow schemes, Sonny challenges and Michael snaps. Marco Rios and Lucas Jones explore shifting plans. Plus Sonny Corinthos delivers brotherly support, and Jason Morgan's got a plan to help Britt Westbourne. Willow's false face maneuver. It appears like Willow Kane is at home, and astonishingly, so must be Drew Kane. Who else would she be talking to as she says, "I need you more than ever"? Willow is playing dirty, and that's certainly no surprise. Willow's such a skilled liar, she must even believe her own lies. Later on in the week, she will continue her fake face trick when she makes her move. And as for Drew, he's going to be stunned, perhaps with a stun gun? Brooke Lynn, Gio and Emma may be initiating a search expedition in the meanwhile. Inside the Quartermaine estate, it appears like Brooke Lynn Quartermaine Chase, Emma Scorpio Drake and Gio Palmieri may be initiating a search expedition. Emma will receive a mysterious phone call, and it looks that she'll tell Brooke Lynn about it and convey her fears about her granny. Brooke Lynn is shocked to learn of the missing Anna Devane as dread and bewilderment emerge on her face. Brooke Lynn informs Emma and Gio, "We've got to find her." Marco and Lucas moving plans. In the meantime, Marco and Lucas are elsewhere, as they start to talk about moving plans. Lucas recommends to Marco that maybe it's time they acquire their own apartment. It seems like Windmere is growing less and less private, but Marco may blow off Lucas' notion. Marco knows about their secret roommate, and the hidden lab in the catacombs, and may want to be closer to the covert activity. Lucas will be upset, and it seems like he'll be surprised and taken aback by his boyfriend's answer. Is Lucas skeptical about Marco's stern warnings against venturing in the catacombs? Michael's furious back at the Quartermaine home. Michael Corinthos is obviously furious and talking to someone about Willow. He might be talking to Alexis Davis, who will be dismayed on Monday's episode, as she could still be Willow's lawyer. He tells the other person if she wants a compromise, she can come to me. It's apparent that Michael will not play games when it comes to the protection of his children, Wiley and Amelia Corinthos. Sonny gives brotherly support in the meantime. Sonny's offering some brotherly support to his half-brother Rick Lansing, who's looking a bit uncertain. Sonny becomes passionate as he tells Rick, "You are a good lawyer, this is another chance to prove it." But what exactly is Sunny trying to get Rick into now? Are they talking about Michael's custody case, or something even more complicated? After all, there is still the not-so-little issue of Sunny wanting to take down Jen Sidwell before he takes him and maybe even Laura Collins down. Rick certainly appears uncertain about whether he wants to be involved in whatever it is or not. Jason's plan to save Britt. Jason and Britt appear to still be at the ancient harbormaster's cottage near Spoon Island as he informs her, walking out of this place is a first step in setting you free. Britt had told Jason everything and agreed to do things his way, including reverse engineering her Huntington's medicine. She also informed him Sidwell had assassinated Professor Henry Dalton right in front of her and that WSB Director Ross Cullum is Sidwell's supervisor. She informed him they'd have to quit seeing each other because it is too risky. Cullum would take Jason out. General Hospital spoilers. Susan Lucci spills the tea, Erica Kane in Port Charles? General Hospital spoilers and updates reveal in a recent interview, Susan Lucci talked about the prospect of bringing back her All My Children character, Erica Kane, to GH. She is looking forward to developments regarding Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos' movie projects relating to All My Children. Lucci acknowledged her openness for a crossover, noting, "That would be ideal." Fans have hung on to gold to see Erica Kane again since All My Children completed its run on ABC in 2011. Fans have hung on to the goal of seeing Susan Lucci's renowned character, Erica Kane, make a comeback. After recent discussions of Erica on General Hospital, Lucci highlighted the prospect for a crossover appearance in a fresh interview. While promoting her new biography, La Lucci, Daytime Emmy winner Susan Lucci talked with TV insider Stephanie Sloan about her career and the present status of daytime television. She noted daytime TV has witnessed a comeback in interest because to CBS's new drama, Beyond the Gates. During the conversation, Lucci was quizzed about her desire to resume the character of Erica Kane on ABC's General Hospital. "Never say never," she responded. "I don't want to rule it out completely, but I'm curious to see how things unfold with Kelly and Mark." She was talking about the newly announced project from her former All My Children co-star Kelly Ripa and her husband Mark Consuelos, who, as previously mentioned, are working on 2 AMC films for Lifetime. This isn't Ripa's first endeavor to revive the All My Children universe. She had before planned a primetime revival called Pine Valley with writer and showrunner Leo Richardson. The intended series focused on a young journalist who arrives to Pine Valley with a hidden objective and gets caught up in a long-standing feud between the Kane and Santos families. Since All My Children closed in 2011, parts of the series have continued to appear in ABC's daytime programming. Crossover possibilities. Walt Wiley has returned to his role as Jackson Montgomery with many guest roles on General Hospital. As highlighted previously, Erica Kane has been addressed numerous times in the program during the past few years. When asked about the possibility of coming back to All My Children, Lucci expressed to TV Insider, "That would be ideal." She didn't rule out a future crossover, saying, "I'm flattered if fans want that and if General Hospital is considering it. It's a great show, so we'll see later on." General Hospital airs weekdays on ABC and streams weeknights on Hulu, and La Lucci will be in all major bookstores starting February 3, 2026. Nathan's memories on GH don't sound like memories, they sound like programming. Nathan's recitation of the periodic table left Lulu doubting what he actually recalls. General Hospital's Nathan and Lulu were stranded at the Bad Gen Cafe during the snow, waiting on word about Charlotte and passing time the way people do when there's nothing to solve in the moment. They agreed to play the game 2 Truths and a Lie, and as a consequence, Nathan ended up reciting the periodic table much to Lulu's horror. When she inquired how he knew that, he stated his father pounded it into him, which went against everything Lulu knew about him. Key takeaways. Nathan and Lulu were snowed in and played a game of 2 Truths and a Lie, which inspired Nathan to recite the periodic table from memory. He stated his father pounded it into him, contradicting what Lulu assumed about his boyhood. He reported being pushed into science to make him useful. Nathan did not reconcile competing stories of his father's presence. The tone of Nathan's memories appeared distant and curiously prepared. The scenario was left unsolved, with uneasiness lingering rather than addressed. What Nathan remembered. Nathan portrayed his childhood in practical terms, claiming that his father pushed him into science because he was lousy at arithmetic and wanted to be helpful. That word lay there between them without either of them grasping for it. Lulu pointed out that he'd earlier indicated his father was hardly around, the type of discrepancy that generally begs explanation. Nathan didn't push back or correct it, allowing both versions of his boyhood to sit there without trying to line them up. That was the part that felt strange. Not the facts themselves, but how simply they were presented. as if the emotional context had been erased long before. The way he was saying felt as if he was speaking from Faison's perspective, not Nathan's. It was like Faison droning on about his own father's maltreatment and concentration on science. How it sounded out loud, the manner Nathan talked didn't alter as the narrative proceeded. There was no stop to think what it meant or how it could have influenced him. The recitation retained the same steady tone from start to end, creating the sense that it resided someplace distinct from reflection. Faison had always defined individuals by what they could supply, not who they were, and that reasoning hung in the backdrop of Nathan's argument without ever being recognized. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel without missing any update.